Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Matt's Geek Corner. Now today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Spider-Man 2018 Remastered for the PS5. This is going to be kind of a first impression of the game / mini review. Now I kind of already did a review for the 2018 game back, when the game came out, when I did my unboxing from GameStop, the bundle that they released with that game. I did, that, so definitely check that one out. But I'm going to be talking to you guys today about all the performance enhancements, the gameplay, the new Peter face, all of that stuff that was in the news leading up to this game. I'm talking about all of it. But before we get into that, if you have not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It does help out the channel. And if you ring that bell, you will be notified of when new videos do go live. And I try to post every week, but with everything going on, sometimes it's kind of hard to get into that. But I do try to post every week, and I'm going to try to post every week going forward. And also, if you enjoy any of the gameplay you see here today, please consider checking out the Twitch channel down below, the following link. I do stream every Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. Right now, I'm trying to go, multiple days or more than that if I can. Like, sometimes I get bored, and I'm just like, hey, I just want to, stream a game, whatever, just stream a game on a Monday. But I do stream every Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. Right now I am working on Demon Souls with a friend of mine, as well as Control, and on Fridays I do Fright Fest, which is horror games, and right now I'm working on the Resident Evil 3 remake, so definitely check that out. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the discussion. So, Spider-Man PS4 for 2018 looked amazing already when the game came out in 2018. But going through the PS5 version of it, it looks so much better. The performance enhancements, basically there's 3 separate settings. You can do I believe it's the ray tracing, 60 frames, and then one it's kind of a combination of both. The ray tracing one, I tested both of them. And the ray tracing, I liked it, but it still has the game at 30 frames, and that I did not like, because if a lot of games are running at 60 frames, I'm going to run the game at 60 frames. So I did that instead, and it's the same for Miles Morales. Both games running at 60 frames look very smooth, very awesome. When you're swinging through the city, it just looks amazing. And the character models look even more crisp. I love it. I love every minute of this game, and it's one of my most played games from the PlayStation in the last 3 years, 4 years. But I do recommend playing or messing with both of them, seeing which one you like. You may like the ray tracing over the 60 frames, you may like the 60 frames over the ray tracing, you may like the combination of both. I tried that one too, and I didn't really care for that one either. But they all look great. Game still looks great either way. Now, this is coming from somebody who had a base launch PS4 from 2013 going straight into a PS5, so everything on that system looks 100 times better. Days Gone looks amazing. Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, all of those games look amazing. But we're not talking about those today. We're talking about Spider-Man. Another thing that kind of threw a lot of people off from this, or made a lot of people indifferent, was the new Peter Parker face. And I was one of those people that was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But after I played Miles Morales, because I started that on the PS4, and I said, well, I'm going to play this on the PS5, then, and this is the new face, they're probably going to use him in Spider-Man 2, I'm going to have to get used to it. So it really was not a problem once I started playing the game. I said, okay, this face, I'm getting used to it. Now, the only reason they changed it was because they wanted to have somebody who looked, according to them, they wanted to have somebody who looked like the voice actor of Peter Parker. And the voice actor looks nothing like the face model. The old face model looked more like Peter Parker than the new guy. So it was a little bit confusing. And I'm like, maybe something else was going on that we don't know about. And that's why they changed the face and everything. But it's not a problem. I got used to it. I'm sure everybody else will get used to it too if they, want to play the game. Gameplay wise, mostly the same. Everything's the same. It's just the haptic feedback on the controller is really awesome. So when you're swinging through the city and you're pushing the R2 button to swing, hit your webs, or to launch into the air, you can feel the controller kind of, do that kickback thing that it does where when you're playing certain games and the haptic feedback, adaptive triggers is what they're called, and it feels like the buttons are getting almost stuck, but they're not. It's just you're having to push a little bit harder. It feels like you're actually, shooting a web in the air, and it's attaching to a wall or a light pole, and you're swinging from that light pole and that wall, across the city. And then the same thing for when you're, doing the launch, when you hit both trigger or both L1 and R2, or sorry, L2 and R2, and then you launch off something with the X button, you can feel it there too. And the vibration is adaptive. So it's really cool when you're swinging through and you're shooting the web from the right side, the right trigger, you feel it on the right side. And then when you do something with the left trigger, you feel it on the left side. And when you hit both of them, you feel it on both, left and right of the controller. So it's really cool that they added that in there. And a lot of PS5 games do that too. First-person shooters are really good about that. So that's pretty much the gameplay aspect of it. I mean, there's really not much difference from the PS4 game, like I was saying. Just the adaptive triggers, the haptic feedback, all of that stuff makes the game even more enjoyable to play. They did say there were some glitches here and there when the game first came out, but I have not encountered any. I did hear that if you set your PS5 into rest mode while this game is running, it can cause some issues, but I have not tried it. I don't want to try it because I've heard some horror stories about that, so I, at this point, don't recommend doing that. I did have an issue where I had just finished playing the game and I closed out of the game completely, and when it was in rest mode, the whole system just shut off and scared the crap out of me. I was like, oh crap, what happened? So I don't recommend that, and that's one of the negative things about that, is that this game can cause issues, and I heard Miles Morales can cause issues too. So right now it's not recommended to put the system in rest mode while you have one of those two games running, or just in rest mode, period. Another thing was that when this game first got announced, they said no save transfers of any kind, no trophy transfers, nothing, no standalone purchase. You have to get it with the Miles Morales Ultimate Launch Edition, which was, people were going to get that anyways. They're like, hey, yeah, I'm going to get this version so I can get Spider-Man with this game as well. Now, you can upgrade the Miles Morales to PS5, as well as when you do that, you can upgrade to the Ultimate Edition, and that basically gets you the Spider-Man Remastered, but it's like a $20 fee. And then they did eventually release the game standalone for $40, but I chose to do the upgrade because I wanted to upgrade Miles Morales to the PS5 version, which it did it for free, but I still wanted the remaster. So I was like, I'd rather just upgrade for the $20 instead of the $40, done deal right there. But like I said, you can choose to do either one. It's kind of good that it's not a full-priced game and it's like a budget title pretty much, because the game's been out since 2018, so it'd be kind of dumb to re-release the game at the full $60. So I'm like, I'll just do the upgrade, the $20 upgrade. And another thing that they went back and changed was the no trophies, no save transfers. Later on, I think it was maybe a week after the game came out or the week of the game's release, they said, hey, we've heard everybody, we've heard your feedback, we've listened to your feedback, we have decided to go and let you guys, do your save transfers, upload it to a cloud server somewhere, and then transfer it through the game. And it works really great. What was cool about that, when I did the save transfer and then I uploaded it to the PS5 version, and this happened with both games, all of the trophies I had unlocked already just started popping, left and right, trophy, and I sat there for like 30 minutes waiting for every trophy to pop. And I liked that they did that, because I did not want to have to go back and replay the game and get all of the trophies again, do all that stuff, because I was almost platinum when I finished, or when I was kind of sort of done playing the Spider-Man PS4. Like, I hadn't done any of the DLCs yet, so that was another good thing, was I got to go back and do the DLCs. I got to continue my whole game that I left off on. I got to continue it over on the PS5. So I like that they did that. I like that they gave us that option. A few other games don't do that from what I've seen. I know like Assassin's Creed Borderlands, they let you transfer your saves, but both of those games I started over from scratch anyways. But like Call of Duty, any game that has a cloud server within the game will let you transfer your saves to the PS5 from the PS4. So I'm glad they did that. I like that they did that. Like I said, you have multiple options of getting this game if you want to check it out. Will they release a physical edition? I don't know. That's one thing that they have not really talked about. I'm not sure if they're worried about that right now, because their next big game coming out from Insomniac is Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which I'm excited for. Can't wait to play that game either. But then once that comes out, then they're going to start focusing on Spider-Man 2. So if they do a physical edition, cool. I don't really need a physical edition. I have the physical edition for PS4, so I'll just stick with that one. Other than that, guys, that's about all I had to say on the Spider-Man Remaster. I know it wasn't going to be a long video, like I said. I just wanted to touch over a few points here and there, a few things I liked, things I didn't like. But if you have had a chance to play the game, I would love to talk to you guys about Spider-Man or Marvel in general. If anybody is watching WandaVision right now, let's talk about it. I'm caught up. Let's talk about that too. I'm a fan of all things Marvel, so I'm down to talk about any of it. And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely hit that thumbs up, ring that bell to be notified when videos go live, share it with your friends and family, as I said before, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Y'all take it easy. Have a good rest of your week.